In the financial year 2021-2022, Parliament allocated the Judiciary $376 billion to extend judicial services to Ugandans and ensuring smooth operation at the Court of Justice, as indicated in the Constitution. With 1 month to the end of the financial year 2021-2022, Judiciary has managed to observe only 74% of what was allocated to it in the resource envelope. This means that 26% of the resource envelope allocated to the judiciary has suffered from low absorption capacity, a syndrome economic analysts associates with absence of work plan in many government institutions or late disbursement of funds to the intended beneficiaries by the Ministry of Finance. Despite the challenges, part of the spent resource envelope was used to build judicial administrative centers, like courts in hard-to-reach areas that lacked judicial centers. The courts built in the financial year included the following: Supreme Court and Court of Appeal in Kampala at a cost of $63.9 billion, Sembabule Justice Center at $1.8 billion, Buhweju Justice Center at $1.9 billion, Shema Justice Center at $1.8 billion, Kole Justice Center $1.7 billion, Butambala Chief Magistrate Court at $932 million, Kamwenge Chief Magistrate Court at $915 million, and Mayuge Chief Magistrate Court at $951 million.
To start with, the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal are progressing very well.
Since some courts were built in the 80s and 90s, many of them required renovation, and the expenditure on the paper indicates that 10 courts across the country were renovated. These include Ruwelo Chief Magistrate Court, which cost $296 million, Hoima High Court at $379 million, Masindi High Court at $481 million, Machindi Magistrate Court at $198 million, Masaka High Court at $564 million, Mbale High Court $497 million, Tororo Chief Magistrate Court at $488 million, Ntungamo Chief Magistrate Court $431 million, and Maracha Justice Center at $1.8 billion. Despite the achievements, some works remained incomplete as the financial year runs to the tail end.
Then we have also got contracts which I have just signed and are ready to be executed. I signed them last week. Arising from this money that was given to us. Soroti High Court, Jantonde, I told you I came from there on Friday, Budaka, Abim, Kalenga, G1, Alibetong, Patong, and Bukunjiri. All of these, the contracts I have signed are going to be finished.
Senoga Juma.
Following the recruitment of judicial officials and staff, unlike other years, Judiciary has been able to register a promising percentage of cases disposed of in this financial year in different parts of the country, now standing at over 240,000 cases, which are pending in courts of law.
When we began this financial year, we had 146,000 cases. But from July to March, this last March, we had 158,000 cases. But in the whole of financial year, so far, we have managed to have 133,801 cases disposed of.
According to the recent research conducted by Afrobarometer in 2021, the judiciary was ranked second among the most corrupt government institutions, topped by police. With the tinted image of the Temple of Justice, there are some mechanisms the judiciary has put in place to redeem its image.
I have got the electronic court case management information system. And this is a system that is going to help us to quicken the process of filing and also payments. That if all goes well, even corruption will be addressed. Because you see, filing online minimizes person-to-person contact.
Although the system is faced with some challenges, they are convinced that moving forward, they will address these issues.
There can be challenges of power. For example, There can be challenges of internet connection. There can be challenges of the speed. But all of these we need to get information. And the court users have got contact with the kiosks. In case there is a problem, you go to the kiosk.
Often government institutions and agencies suffer from low absorption capacity. But what's the case with the judiciary?
Everything we do is time framed. There is no business of saying, I came to the office very late because I was... No. When you have got an assignment, you have to deliver.
Although on average the judiciary has performed fairly with 74% absorption capacity with its allocated resource envelope, COVID-19 destabilized its performance. In this financial year ending,
transport, for example, most of the judicial officers up country do not have transport. But I'm happy that this financial year, finance gave us funds and we bought vehicles for judges. We have got a problem with internet. As we roll out ECMIS, we need more resources to make sure that in those places where we don't have the umeme, at least we have got generators so that people can file and the cases can be registered. But we still have the bulk of the judicial officers in the field where they have to go on the border from one circuit to another. Not only are you risking them.
In the coming financial year 2020-2023, Parliament has allocated judiciary 376 billion. But what's on the menu of the judiciary in the next financial year that Ugandans should expect?
We are recruiting more magistrates to reach almost every district. So people will have access to justice through these judicial officers that we are putting in the district. 3, I have told you that we have got money. We bought some vehicles, although we still need more. At least cases to do with land division will be sorted out because the problem in the past has been visiting the locals.
Deborah Namamonde, Nantongo Rebecca, UBC News.